Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going on to day 18 of this 2025 guitar challenge. So yesterday we talked about Ghost Riders in the Sky with that kind of thing on there. And I tried to sing. I really did try. I'm gonna say I gotta get a capo and I gotta transpose that and I gotta figure out where my voice is nowadays, because when I tried to sing a long time ago, it was a different story, as well, I'll say. But today, I want to go back in history a little bit, because like when I was working with my dad on a couple of his handyman jobs for his work back in the day, I used to hear the acoustic version of Eric Clapton's Layla on the radio all the time. And I thought it was cooler than the electric version, because the electric version was like... It's just like faster, you know? But that laid back vibe with the chord progression and how he did that, and he brought it over to an acoustic, always caught my ear. So I was like, let's go through that today and see if we can come up with it on there. Now, it is more advanced song is what I'm going to say on here. So like if you do not know some of the advanced stuff, no worries. Like you can just go ahead and play along and learn something new today. The theory portion on here, I'm going to try my best to describe all that in the descriptions below. And so it's got a lot of minor seventh and sharp seventh things going on in this. So the intro on here, I'm just going to go on a tab that I'm finding on ultimateguitar.com. And so it's like 0, 3. So it's like, you can do everything right up here in the first 3 frets, I guess. So. And so right there, it would go into that like a little guitar solo where he's just like up here, whatever. It starts on the 5th fret. I don't know that part yet. I'm not even gonna try to touch that with a 10-foot pole, because we're not ready to do solos yet. One day I'll do a whole slew of solos when I get good on my scales, and we'll do that solo in there. But in the meantime, we're gonna go through the chord progression just to master the song today. And so when it goes into the verse, it comes up to this thing on here. It starts out on C sharp minor 7th, which is technically a bar chord. Index finger across your 4th fret on here. Ring finger has it'd be the 5th fret of your B string, and then, middle finger is on the 5th fret of your B string. Ring finger, follow this in the tab below, by the way, is on be the 6th fret of the D string. So there's your song, or your chord right there. You move that over to C sharp 7th, which is just 2 frets over. So you're just moving between that bar chord shape right there, and then moving over, it'd be, let's see, 6th fret of the A string with the ring finger, and then it'd be the 5th fret with the middle finger. So keeping that bar shape, so it's... I do that kind of fast because I was practicing a little bit before I jump on this video. I was like, I'm not going to waste everybody's time with just like listen to me trying to figure out these chords. But anyways, you start on the C sharp minor 7th, and then you go to the C sharp 7th. You're going to come back to the C sharp minor 7th, and then you're going to play that C, D, E7. So E to E7 right there. And then F sharp minor, which is going to be another bar chord right here. B chord, E chord, A chord. Back to F sharp minor, B, E, and Layla. So the chorus, if you want to play it open on acoustic, you can do D minor right there. And I'm just using that little bass note to walk it over. I don't know if that's correct or not, to be honest. But so D minor. So the C shape. Gotta remember the chord progression real quick because it's right in front of me on the computer over here, but I mean, it is what it is. I gotta stretch. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to give it a playthrough and see how it sounds for the first time on here. I'm gonna play through all the verse, then the chorus, then verse 2, and then the chorus, then verse 3, then the chorus. Solo, like I said, we're not going to worry about that today because that's for a whole different ball game on here. So let's try it from the intro on here and just take it slow and work it along, work it through and stuff. So just. Etc. comes in with like a little lead-in solo, I guess you could call it and stuff. But then he goes into verse 1, which is like right here. So I do that little picking thing to go back into the chorus right there to the verse 2. So I'm messing it up a little bit on there, but you get the idea on there. It keeps going on and on and on throughout this whole progression, and then eventually it's going to get to the solo part, which I said we're not going to talk about today. The progression of the solo is just D minor, so it's 8 bars technically if you guys want to mess around with that. And there's, like I say, a tab that I'm following on ultimate-guitar.com. So shout out to those guys out there for doing this stuff, and whoever transposed this, I really appreciate that as well. So yeah, you can play through the solo with just a chord progression, and then what I would do is I'd make myself a video, and then I would just play back over the video with my guitar right here so I could learn that solo, which I'll do in the future. But for today, we're just going to practice on these chords again. So let's go back, break down the verse again, and get used to that. And actually, I'm going to do the intro thing first again and break that down for you guys. So 0. So A string, 0, 3, and it's like an Angus Young chord is what I'm going to call this right here. So one finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, bar chord, or actually power chord right there. Technically, you can do it with 3 fingers if you want right there to get a more full sound. But I'm going to do it as power chord with just 2 fingers, 1st fret of the A string and 3rd fret of the D string. Then you come down here for the intro to the verse. It's got like a ragtime feel. Chorus. In fact, you could actually play the intro right there as the chorus if you want a simplified version, because like me getting over to D minor, like over here, so back to that again. It's pretty straightforward once you actually know where the chords are, because I tried this before I found a tab, and I'm just like, that sound right there, that sounds like a 7th, because you start to get your ear going after you play for even a couple weeks going back at it like I have in there. You get your ears going and you're like, that sounds like a 7th right there. So like you start playing with your 7th shape, and I discovered this on accident, and then I confirmed it on the tab, and then I was like, where's my next 7th? It's right next door. So you see how you just keep that bar shape and you move between those 2 7ths right there, which is cool. But then other stuff, switching up here, you got to lift up here, and you got to get up here for the C, D, E. And then you got to get back down here in bar shape again. I don't even have any clue how Eric Clapton sings over that, by the way. That might be a future endeavor as well. Once I can figure out my key, like I was talking about the other video on Ghostwriters, if I can find out my key and where my voice is and stuff like that and practice a bit, maybe that'd be a challenge to come back some of these songs that we're learning and try to figure it out. Because like, what do you do when you get... I can't even on that. I'm not even close to where his range is on there and stuff. So, Layla. I'm always going to leave that little lead back in. I'm not sure if that's the correct way he does it. I think that's what's on recording on there. But always come back in with that lead in is my advice on there. From what I'm hearing on listening to him play versus like what I see in his tab and things like that. Let me show you guys just a little bit of what they think the chorus is. I cannot play this fast, so I apologize. But if you're on the intro on there, just that little do 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 whatever. You're up on the 7th fret, so you'd come up here to finish on the bar chord, and then you come over here to 7, 7, and then 5, 6, 5. Let's see. I can't play it fast, so. Then down to 9. Whoops. 7. It's a really beautiful little solo portion right there when you start to figure that out. But it's like, I'm just going to say go to the tab straight up because I could try to tell you, but it's not going to make sense probably on this video. So even like now, I tried this a couple times before I jumped on this video, and even now, just playing through it a couple times on here, just be like, 7, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5 with a pull off right there. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. And you see how it resolves on that note right there on that C? Resolves on the C right there, so I'm curious if that's in one of our scales that we talked about on there. Just a couple thoughts on there, but let's play through one more time for this, and then we'll move on to something else tomorrow. I'm having fun doing these, and I want to thank you all for being here and stuff too. If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and like the videos, comment, let me know what you guys think on here as well. Like if you're learning stuff too, I'd love to hear that. If you want to learn anything new too, go ahead and throw it in the comments down there. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Helps me to go ahead and create more videos and keep this thing rolling on here as well. So let's do a little playthrough, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yep. So here we go. That's a tricky one to change on there. This might be a cool song for y'all to go ahead and practice chord transitions on too. These are not common chords like in just your majors, minors, sevenths, etc. But it's definitely a workout on the fretboard. Anyways, thank y'all so much for being here today. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. And maybe we'll get into some jazz. That'd be pretty cool. But I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.